Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys because, as you know, if you guys saw my last video here on my channel, that I recently passed my Washington State real estate exam, and I thought I would share with you in case you were wondering, you're getting nervous and you just are wondering what is exam day going to entail, what is going to happen, and all of that. I thought that I would make a video and kind of just, share with you my experience, everything from start to finish of the exam, and a couple tips, things that I did to help me pass the exam. So first off, on the day of the exam, I took my exam. It was like at 1 o'clock. So I actually used Prep Agent. So if you guys don't know what Prep Agent is, I will be doing a Prep Agent review soon here on my channel, but you can click the link down below in the description box. Prep Agent, it's like a study tool that you can use. It has a bunch of practice tests and all of that. Look forward to the review video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see that video, and I'll show you the back end and everything that it entails. But I ordered Prep Agent and I started studying. On exam day, I got there about 15 minutes early and just kind of reviewed some of my key vocabulary terms. When you get in there, you have to have two different separate identifications. So like I brought my social security card and my ID. Both of them need to have like a signature on them. Once you get in, ask you to arrive like 15 minutes early, which when you get in, you just sign in. They take your picture and they ask you like, your personal questions about your name, where you live, birthday, all of that. And then they check you in. So the place that I went, actually the first time I took the test, it was in Bellevue, Washington. And then the third time, which is the time that I passed, I took it in Lakewood, so like Tacoma area. So the first and second time when I went in, they sign you in, you go into like a little separate room, and then there's like a bunch of computers, and at each computer there was like a camera looking over you, so like for sure there's no way to be cheating. Before you even enter the room, actually they have like this bag that has a lock on it, and you empty, like if you have a purse or anything, you put it in that little bag and they lock it and they put it in the back of your chair while you're testing. When you get in the room, you come to this like computer. There's like a scratch paper, a pencil, a calculator, and some earplugs. And then you just put that bag with all your stuff behind. You have to have like your cell phone off and everything. So when you get in there, you log on, like the proctor, the live proctor, she helped me log on, and then you're in, right? Yes. So when you get in, they have you do like a practice test. It's pretty much just so you can get a feel of like how to use the system. So they ask you like, what was some questions like, what is the capital of USA? What is the, how many states are in the USA? Just like 5 questions. So then you understand how to like click a button and press next. And then they show you like all the tools on how you need to use the system. After that, you come to a survey. I believe it's like the pre-survey. It just asks you more questions about you, and like if you've been a convicted felony or like felon or anything like that. Then you get into the test. A little tip before I tell you about the test. In Washington, the test is 140 questions. So 100 of them are federal and 40 of them are state. And then there's like 10 or 20 of them that are like just in there, but they're not counted towards your test. They're pretty much used as practice questions. So the test is about a 3.5-hour test. So long. But yeah, definitely it's a long test, and you have a long time period to complete it. There's ways where you, like for me, some quick little study tips, and I actually will be making another video, like a complete study video, ways that you can pass your real estate exam on the first try. If I would have known what I know now, I would have passed on the first try. But no pressure. You really don't have to like pass on the first try. I'm in a Facebook group, so I highly recommend, like if you're not in the Prep Agent Facebook group, get into some study groups for real estate in your local area or just in general, because it really keeps you motivated. And then there's like other webinars and things you can join to help you, stay motivated to actually pass your exam. So once you're in there and you're in your exam, you have those questions, right? So as you're doing the test, it's multiple choice, 4 questions. To be honest, out of those 4 questions, 2 of them you should know right away that it's not the answer. Usually it's like 2 that you're really just fighting through to figure out what is the right answer. For me and my test, just putting it out there, I had a lot of questions about agency, contracts, and math. I had about 8 questions of math, but don't let that scare you. If you can just get down the conversion of like, how to figure out how much commission you're going to make, or the money you're going to make after like all of your dues and after you pay out to your broker, If you can figure that out and you can understand that math, then you're good to go. The second thing is understand like discount points. So like, you know, how much is one discount point, the loan amounts, and how to like subtract to figure out how much people are really spending in the end. And then the third math tip is to learn how to do like the market data analysis. So there's a question on the test, and it came up 2 times, actually 3 times, but the third time was like a different scenario. But that question is asking you like about the houses. So say that there's, you know, the client wants this house, they're comparing 2 other houses. This house has a deck, this one has a garage, and this is how much it's worth. Now figure out like how much the value of the house would be. So you need to know that. Those are the 3 main like math type questions that I got on my test. So I hope that helps you if you are trying to figure out and make sure that you can pass through the math. Because I think the first time, if I would have understood the math better, I probably could have passed, because on my like sheet, and I'll tell you, because once you get through to the end, I'll tell you that once we get there, kind of like what you'll expect if you pass or if you didn't pass. But pretty much they will show you like the percentage of each subject and how well you did. And on mine, it was like the lowest percentage was the math. And so once I started watching prep agent math videos and just kind of taking it step by step, like that'll be in the study video. It's like with sometimes in the questions on the exam, they're going to try to trip you up, especially in the math one. Like there was like 2 or 3 sentences in one of my math questions that had nothing to do with the actual question and what I was needing to actually answer. And I saw the question 3 times on my exam. The first 2 times I took the test, I was like, that was one of the questions that took me the longest to answer. But then when I was like, you know, did prep agent, understood like how to study and how to really do the exam, read each line by line and try to figure out what they're really asking you and what information is in that text, that context that is there to just trip you up. Because there was questions like that where they're just throwing numbers around and percentages and all of this to trip you up and make you just like jumble your brain. And after you've been doing a test for, let me tell you, an hour and a half or 2, you're burnt out. Like my brain hurt like after these tests every single time. So, you know, you don't want to get like burnt out and not even be able to focus and understand the question. So just read each line by line, and that goes with any question, not just math, because sometimes they throw in context just to mess you up and get you confused. So once you get down to the end of the test, there will be a button. You just exit and you go out. Before you can be done, you will actually need to take a post-test survey. And pretty much it just asks you questions like, how was the temperature of the room? How was the noise level? How was the proctor? Like just questions related to the area that you're testing. And it's probably because they want to make sure where people are testing, it's like a good place to test. Well, let me tell you, the first 2 times I did my test, Bellevue, Washington. If you're not from Seattle, it's like, you know, the like Upper East Side, like, you know, super nice place, like cameras everywhere. The last time I took my test, and it was mainly because there was no availability and I was trying to like get this done ASAP, I went to Lakewood and it was super sketch. Like my test was inside of an H&R block in this like little room where like only 4 desks, there was 1 camera, and like you could hear like people outside. So definitely was more sketchy, but hey, I passed. Like I don't know, but I got through it. So definitely you know, every location where you go might be different. So once you do the post survey, you just press exit and your heart's pounding because you know you got to walk out there and you know, it's like, did I pass or did I not? So you actually have to take your paper, your pencil, everything, and take it out there with you, and you have to like throw it all away. You can't take any paper or anything with you. Anyways, you can't even see what questions you get right or which ones you got wrong if you pass or if you fail. So if you fail, you will get a paper. It'll be printed out. It'll have your picture on there from what you took in the beginning. It'll have all the subjects that were on the test and the percent that you got. So I like it because you're able to kind of see what was your strong areas and what areas you need to work on for your test. And it helped me pass because then I knew, like, because when I was doing practice tests, I thought I knew agency. And there was a lot of questions on the test that I didn't even really understand or even know. So it's really great. So if you get that and you fail, like, just take that and go with that and study what is your lowest amount score there. Then if you pass, you will get a different colored sheet. So mine was like a darker blue. So like if you fail, it's going to be white paper. You're going to see the percentages. Then if you pass, it'll be like a colored sheet. You won't see your percentages, probably because they don't want you knowing, like maybe you studied for months and you only passed by 1 point. But You won't see any percentages. You'll just see congratulations, you passed the broker, and you'll see information on how to get your license. So, I mean, the exam day, I know it's a really nerve-wracking day. I remember, like, if you didn't watch my other story, me waiting for the day that I passed. It was my 3rd time taking it. My heart was pounding. Like, I thought I was going to faint because I knew how hard I studied and how bad I wanted it. And it's like, you know, a little determining when they tell you that maybe... So it's a little nerve-wracking when they tell you that, you know, you didn't pass your test and you know how hard you've been working on it. So that day I was like literally wanted to scream. I was so excited. And so, you know, I just hope that this video helps you and gets you prepared for exam day. So I hope this video, you know, helped you, gave you some insight on what to expect on exam day. Take it easy, take a deep breath. Do your normal routine, like work out, take a relaxing shower, just take it easy. I know how hard it is to pass exam, and I know how nerve-wracking it is to go in and do it. It's like doing something, I don't know, like it's just, I was nervous too. And no matter how much you studied, it's still like you pass or you fail. And if you fail, you have to go back, pay that money, and retake the test. So yeah, so that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful so you guys understand what to expect on exam day. Bring your notes, get there early, study right before you go in, listen to audio on the way there. Look forward to my next video. It will be tips on ways to pass your real estate exam on the first try, because I believe if I would have did these things that I did on my 3rd time, the first time, I would have passed too. It's really not the hardest thing to do if you really stay dedicated, if you study every day, if you're listening to, you know, instead of watching Netflix and chilling, like listen to Prep Agent on YouTube or listen to replays of your audio course, something like that, so that you have a better chance of passing. You know, indulge yourself in real estate, watch YouTube videos, and, you know, like for me, another tip I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna tell you in the other video, like watch real estate shows. So I watched Selling Tampa and Selling Sunset on Netflix. It's a drama, you know, it's not like only real estate, but the reason why I like it is because it teaches you in like real term, pretty much, like real estate terms, what certain things means, like escrow, or, you know, an open house, what an open house looks like, or what it means to negotiate, you know, a contract. So I really liked watching, like, you know, those type of reality TV shows, or even other TV shows on Netflix about like house design, because it's going to indulge you in real estate and you're going to hear these terms and be able to connect it. Whereas it won't seem like it's a vocabulary term that you're trying to memorize. So I did that a lot with a lot of the vocabulary terms, and it will be, I'll have all my tips in the next video. I promise you, you're going to want to watch it because it's going to help you guys really pass the exam. Okay, you can do it. So if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more like it, and you guys are enjoying my content, you like me explaining and sharing with you guys about real estate, then make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my social medias down below in the description box. Find me on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, you know, just comment down below where you are, where you're trying to get your real estate license. And if you guys need any help, feel free to reach out to me at Nessa's Real Estate and at gmail.com, and I'll try to do my best to help you in any way that I can, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to my next videos. It'll be a lot of, you know, getting ready for your real estate exam, prep agent reviews, vocabulary terms, and all of that. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.